G'day viewers. Just cleaning up my Postie bike motor, Honda CT110. Picked this up pretty cheap, a few $100s, and the reason why I got it so cheap is because it was totally knackered. Here's the oil filter. Okay, you can check that out. Almost at least 60%, 70% blocked, and I'm keeping that just to show people. So I got a brand new one. I got that from Lambda Motorcycles up on the Sunshine Coast. It's quite cheap. This motor is one of the filthiest motorbike motors that I've ever seen. Here's the other side. This is after it's been degreased, pressure washed, the gasket's all glued down. I have to remove all that to get it like this. When this is finished cleaning, then I'll start assembling it. I've never built one before. I build machines at work, but not motorcycle engines. I haven't got a clue. I'll have to watch a few people out there on the internet and maybe read the manual. I've got the workshop manual. There's a lot of things the manual doesn't tell you though. So we started off, I'll show you something. Here's the stator cover. That's basically, if you see the side of that, that's basically how the whole motor was. We go in here, you see a nice new stator. That's I've got a second-hand one here that I repaired. Somebody chopped all the wires off it, but we're going from that look there, we progressed to this look. See, the sides all well, mostly clean, still a lot bits and pieces to go. You see there, got to get in and do all those little dark spots. Some of it's quite hard. You'll see little scratches on the surface. They come out in the next stage where I use wet and dry. This is basically, I do a 3-stage process, or 4 if you want to count the washing. You get it as clean as you can, wire brush it, then wet and dry sandpaper, 3 different grades. I start at 180, 240, 360. Once I've done the 360 and got it all done, then we go into the polishing. My 2 favourite polishes are Autosol and Purple Polish. So yeah, that's where we are with that. You cannot, the reason why I'm showing you this filter is what happens with the particulate contaminants in your oil is they get between the seals and the shaft there, and they will just wear your shaft out and leak oil. This was probably the worst Honda motor I've seen for oil leaks. It was just covered in oil and dust and dirt and caked on grime. So we're going to give it a rebuild. We'll get it clean first, get it polished, get the centre cases polished. Not that anyone will ever see them or appreciate it, it's just for my own satisfaction. Get it as clean as possible, put it together. But please change your oil, look after your little motors. This motor is, what is it, 2007. It's not even that old. I've seen much older Postie bikes that have been regularly serviced and looked after in way better condition. So yeah, particulate matter in dirty oil ruin your seals. It will block your filter screen. It will wear your bearings down. It's generally a good idea. Change your oil according to your circumstances. Sometimes if you're riding rough and hard, you might have to change your oil a bit more often than what the manufacturers recommend. In my car I change it all the time, probably every 8,000 Ks. Manufacturers recommend 15, but I'd prefer to even change it at 6,000. It extends your engine life. So this is a full nut and bolt restore, going to be a rebuild from the ground up. I'm even thinking about buying a new crankshaft for it. I'm not skilled enough to press out the conrod. I've got no idea. I'd have to study. I'd have to go and be trained by somebody to do it. But yeah, she's going to be a long build. We'll try and do our best, get it up to spec. I'm pretty confident we can get it back together after watching a few people on the internet and talking to a few people. And my biggest trouble so far has been getting the screws out. I ended up drilling them out with a 6mm drill, and that was not all of them, just the ones I couldn't get out. I broke 2 impact drivers, one on a little 50cc Honda and another one on this, and I thought that's it. And one of the fitters at work suggested just drill the heads off, and you know, if you're careful you won't damage anything. So I didn't, unfortunately. No marks on the cases, so we'll see where we're going to go from here, but it's looking good at this stage. Cheers and bears. We'll post you an update later. See ya.